What's going on, everybody? It's Crypto Austin. Thanks very much for joining me live. I'm live right now on YouTube, and in my end, because it's Friday here in Australia, it's FOMO Friday here. So let me just get the chat up and going. Hope everybody's doing really good. Hope you're all going well. So let me just get the chat up and going, and we should be good to go. Good. Hope you all put that on there. So we'll just wait for a few people to come in here. Hope everybody's doing really good. Right now, some pretty awesome arbitraging is officially back on CoinMarketCap. Huge news today. CoinMarketCap. Huge. What does that mean? It means that we get more exposure for arbitraging now. We get more exposure of the products and services. It is a great day for arbitraging. It's tremendous, this news that we are back on CoinMarketCap. So very, very, very excited, mate. It's been really a fight to really get back on there, and it's just been tremendous, just awesome. So pretty epic. The video that David released today about Trade Pro, oh my God, that is epic. I mean, that product is just, I think it's going to be a huge game changer. And then we've got, of course, MBot 2.0 that David has showed the video about MBot 2.0. But, mate, I just got a gut feeling that this is the turning point right now for arbitraging. This is the we're turning a corner. I feel like things are shifting. There's a shift that's going on right now in arbitraging and within the community. Very, very exciting times. And we've seen today, as a result of the Trading Pro video and a result of, just David coming out more and more clear communication, I just feel right now we're at a turning point. We're at a turn point right now. There's a shift happening right now, and it is absolutely epic. Huge news brought out today. Totally awesome. And here comes the super chat by Mr. Data Bunker. Thank you very, very, very much for that. I immensely appreciate that super chat. And if you like to support me and my channel with super chat, there's an option down the bottom with the $sign. You can do that if you like. Obviously, no obligations. But as Data Bunker has done it, there you can see it. So thanks, man, for the $20 super chat. Mintos to you, brother. Thanks so much. And man, Data Bunker, you got to get one of the Data Bunkers, man. You can store Exodus on it and store your crypto on it. And this thing is solid as a rock. It's good, man. You can get the Data Bunker and store your crypto in there and get the Exodus wallet for it. So it's just awesome. So guys, another $20 super chat by Mr. Chatbox. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate the super chat, man. It warms my heart, and now I can go and buy steak. I appreciate the support immensely. Thank you so much for that. So why am I doing this live stream? Well, you're about to find out. Hello and good morning, David.
Hey, what's up, buddy? Can you hear me?
I can hear you crystal clear, man. Welcome to the live stream, man.
Hey, thanks for having me.
Hey, no, thank you for coming on. And you know what? I think this live stream was totally needed because the community, man, David, honestly, they don't want to hear from me. They don't want to hear from other people. They like hearing from me, but they want to hear from you.
I know. I know that, man. And I've been so busy. And I just wanted to stay, tunnel vision on what I was doing. And I didn't want to get distracted by, negative influence. And it's been good. I've gotten a lot done, as you can tell.
Yeah, I've been speaking to you today, and I spoke to you, I think, yesterday. Honestly, I think you've got, now I'm going to call this, and this is going to be called, I've come up with a saying of my own. I think that you got back the eye of the tiger. I think you got the eye of the tiger back.
Not that I got it. I never lost it. But maybe I just shut my eye for a while to, where you guys can see it open. I don't know.
But I can hear, like, you're so relaxed. You feel, I feel that you just sound refreshed, man. You sound refreshed.
Well, I mean, it's been a great last month, and I got more time to focus on what I'm best at, and it's been amazing.
Yeah, no, that's awesome, man. That's awesome, man. Those things that you bought out, man. That Trade Pro you bought out later, man. Oh my god.
I mean, yeah, I pulled the rabbit out the hat on that one. You guys didn't know that was coming. I knew it was, but actually, most of nobody besides the team, developers and everything knew it, but it's something we kept under wraps because we just wanted it to be a surprise and to be extra special,
Well, I mean, looking at the video, man, I looked at it and I'm like, this is, man, like that is just unbelievable, man. Unbelievable. It's just awesome.
I mean, wait till you get to use it.
I cannot wait to use that. That's going to be friggin' mind-blowing. I actually got an upgrade compared to when I first tested the M-Bot. I've been starting to use the exchanges and stuff, so I'm starting to become a little bit more familiar with how to, use the exchanges. Okay. I've been doing it quite a bit, so it should be, easy to use that now.
Well, and this actually makes it even easier because, you can do all your exchanges right on our platform. You don't have to like bounce around from all the exchanges. You just do it all in one spot, and it's going to offer everything that the exchanges offer, and probably it'll offer more than the exchanges offer because it's going to be able to do things that the exchanges just can't do. They're not doing yet.
The thing that you said in the video that blew my mind, because you're absolutely right, is stop loss, man. That is friggin' unbelievable. To have a stop.
Well, yeah, I mean, stop loss is basically it's basically just a form of auto sell. So and that's something that most exchanges don't offer because they don't have automation, and it requires automation, which requires the ability to build a bot.
Yeah, man. I mean, what will the critics say now? I mean,
hey,
it's unbelievable.
What's even more beautiful? I mean, not only does it have stop loss, it's going to have auto trade functions. So it'll have high. You can set it to do high frequency trading. You can set it to do volatility. Set it on whatever volatility level you want, and then you can also incorporate that auto trade to have a stop loss as well. So like, let's say it's auto trading for you and it's buying Bitcoin at 4,000, selling it at 4,010. You can program that to say, hey, if it falls to, 36.95, stop loss for me. And anytime it completes that trade for you, it'll just keep looking for the next one and it'll just keep doing it, and you can go on and adjust those spreads and do all that stuff. But the even more crazy version is the overall scalping. And most people don't know what that is, but like, for example, it's got 15 exchanges in it. And let's say you have your API programmed to 8 of them, right? And you want to buy Ethereum for $130, but it's 135 everywhere. You can just tell the bot or tell, Trade Pro, I want to buy it for 130. If you find it anywhere on the exchanges, do whatever you have to do and get it for 130.
It's just really, truly, when you said that you are innovating stuff, like this is a part of that, and this is exactly what this community needs right now. It needs to see you innovating, arbitraging, innovating, bringing out new things like this, building the morale of the community, boosting people's confidence in the product and service. Man, this is it, man. This is it.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be. I can't. I mean, I've already been using it, but I can't wait to literally, get you guys on it. It's not going to be long, like I said, our goal is to try to get, the basic, version 1 of it out, by the around the, first of the month.
That's awesome. So if you're coming out with this in the first of the month, which is March, then you must have had this in the works for friggin', a month, 2 months, I don't know. Done just assuming.
Well, yeah, I mean, I started coming up with the idea of what I wanted to, produce, about 2 months ago, but then we're whiteboarding it out and we're planning all, everything it's going to do. And literally, I'm not even kidding. We started coding on this, what you saw, about 7 days ago.
You started coding 7 days ago on that?
Yeah, I pulled the trigger on the development team to actually start putting it all together 7 days ago. So as of 7 days ago, it was literally just, drafted out. And what you see on the video was all coded and brought to the point you see it within 7 days.
Give the people a little bit of an idea, like how much work just goes into coding something like that up.
I mean, it's a lot of work. But luckily for us, not a lot, but most of the important pieces on the back, like with the API settings and everything, we already had with MBot and ABot and, things like that. So we were able to, incorporate a good 50% of the foundation right off the bat.
It's just awesome, man.
Hey.
Man, I don't even know what to say, man. Like, because this just really just shows, man, like that you're really here for the long term. That's all to me.
Oh, yeah.
That's what it says to me. You are here to stay. Like, you're not going to go. You're not going. You're not going.
No, I mean, you've heard me say it a lot of times, and I've said it a lot of times. I'm here to dominate and take over to the whole space and give things that are thought to be impossible, or just bring crypto forward in general, man.
Just incredible, man. Incredible. That's why I asked you, like, I'm gonna do the live stream. Why don't you come do with me? Because then we can just talk about this stuff and build a real confidence in the people.
Yeah,
what this is going to do.
And the way to build confidence in people is keep being there and keep producing, and when things get hard, overcome them. And you know what, things are going to get hard in anything that you're starting up or trying to do, and if it's never been done, if you don't hit a hurdle or a speed bump, there's something wrong. You're not trying hard enough, or you're not out there enough. Because I can guarantee you, the best companies in the world have all hit speed bumps. They all get over them. They get back up and they say, "Good try."
That's true.
We're here to do it.
Well, Thomas, when you're saying that, what you're saying, Thomas Edison, okay, the guy that created the light, light bulb, he tried and tried and tried and tried and tried. and failed.
But he never failed. He never failed once, though.
No, because like eventually he got it right.
Well, no, because even if he didn't, if he tried to do something and it didn't turn out as planned, he learned a lesson. So if you learn, you never fail. Realistic, really.
Well, I guess if you're looking at like from that perspective, yeah, I guess, yeah, true.
But I tell you, if you failed and you didn't learn anything, then you failed.
That's true. So, yeah, man. Man, just.
Hey, broke on crypto. There's a question I want to answer. I see it because it's something I didn't mention. I wanted to. About Trade Pro video, he's got a question. Is there a minimum recommended amount per trade? Dude, that's honestly, Trade Pro is just however you can use it to do however you would normally in your exchange. It's your Binance for you, without having to go to Binance. So I mean, trade level is all dependent on what you want to do with it. But yeah, that's all up to you, man. It's not like running, an M bot or an arbitraging bot where you have to worry about, spreads and order book depths and stuff like that. So, it's gonna have a lot more option, man.
Well, what this does for me is I can take my ETH that if I exchange my ARB for ETH on the platform, I can just go there and just exchange it for true USD.
Yeah, no, yeah, exactly. And it even gets better than that. We're planning on making it, bringing out more options with it, but with Trade Pro, eventually we'll be able to code in where you can click withdraw on the platform and it will, you can have Trade Pro send the Ethereum to the exchange for you. So you'll be able to withdraw off of your system wallet straight to, the whatever exchange, you're trying to go to.
Oh my God, that's awesome. Yeah, because like the process is, okay, you have to withdraw the ETH, then send the ETH over to your, and then if you want to go to Binance or, whatever exchange you want to go to, send your crypto there. It's just a pain in the ass because you've got to wait for confirmations, and it's just blah, 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 jumping through, more hoops.
Yeah, I mean, crypto's crypto, man. If you're not doing, things like Lightning arbitrage or something, then yeah, you're going to have to wait on confirmations on any crypto you send, but that's the name of the game right now.
Yeah. But, what I'm saying is to send, to have one place that you can do it from that automates it for you is a lot less time. It's more quicker, more convenient.
Oh, yeah, for sure, man. And not only does it automate it for you, it automates it for you. If I don't know if you saw it, I put out a sneak peek of our roadmap for 2019.
Say that again.
I don't know if you saw before you came on, but in the official the admins leaked a picture of our roadmap for 2019.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Oh my God. All right, so I have to take a look.
And one of the things on there is going to make Trade Pro even better, that much better. Well, actually, a couple of things will, but we're going to be building and incorporating our own version of CMC on the platform as well. So you won't actually have to go to CMC to, get all of your live, token coin values. You'll be able to do it right on our platform, and then Trade Pro will read through the API of our CMC, and then you can, that's how we'll update all the values in it. And then MBot will also run off our CMC too. So we'll actually be getting you as a customer using our bots will be able to get a CMC signal, but from us, probably 3 to 5 seconds faster than anyone else if they're using CMC, which will give you an advantage on performing profitable trades that no one else can do because you're getting them first.
That's awesome. So Clark just sent me the roadmap here. Thank you, Clark, by the way.
Oh yeah.
Oh my God.
No, there is 2 spots on there that I had to put classified until I get some paperwork back, but it says it right there.
I'm just looking at it right now. This milestone, this box is classified until the partnership is okay. All right.
Yeah, and it's I learned that lesson before. I'm not going to go out and say here's the exact deal until it's a live functioning deal. But I'll say it's a pretty serious deal, and both parties are very, very serious about it. I've had meetings with people that have been flying in from out of country to work on this thing.
That's just awesome, man.
Yeah, no, Sam, it's way bigger than an ARB debit card. It's another thing that is beyond what any of you are going to think that is possible. It's just
oh man,
it's big. It's good. It's a good one. It's gonna knock your socks off.
I'm kind of reflecting the last 3 months. Like this just gives our community tremendous hope. Tremendous hope, David. This gives them tremendous vision to look forward to.
Yeah.
This is what we need in this community. We need vision and hope.
I agree. And we have had a rough couple months, and it could it have been better? Yeah. Could it have been worse? Yeah, of course. It could have been worse. It could have been worse. But we learned a lot over the last couple months. We didn't fail at it. We didn't fail. We're still here. We're stronger than ever. We learned so much over the last couple months that no other platform in this world learned theirself. That no one else went through what we went through and came out of it, and came out stronger. Every other crypto or every other platform that's ever experienced a tenth of what kind of we did is gone.
Totally agree with that.
And I tell you what, I learned so much through that process. I learned a lot about myself, a lot more about you guys, a lot more about my community, what they're capable of putting up with, not in a bad way. But it even let a lot of people learn about themselves and what they're capable of, going through. And I think it was a growing process for us all. I think we're all going to come out of it stronger and better than ever. And we're not even going to remember these times. 2020.
Yeah, man.
In 2019, we're not going to remember this.
As soon as you showed me, in the video, well, really all of us, the trade pro, man. Like, I just got so excited, David. Like, I'm like, man.
Yeah,
I want to cry, man. I'm so emotional about this because we're so vested emotionally into arbitraging. We love it. We look forward to it every day. It's become a part of it's like pop culture.
Right?
Part of culture.
It really is. I mean, we're like a family that's like, dysfunctional but works, and all is there for the same reason, and it's beautiful. That's another thing that sets us apart from any other project out there too, is the support and the backing that we have it's intense, and I can't thank you guys enough for it.
David, we're approaching according to the ticker, right, on the homepage, 60,000 registered accounts on Arbitraging.
Yep. And we've actually been clean. We've been making sure that there's no doubles. And that counter is actually not even displaying any account that hasn't been accessed in 30 days.
Okay, that's really good. That's what I was kind of getting at. Is it really, like legit?
Yeah, if we wanted to count, most other platforms, they just put signups there. If we had signups there, it would be over 100,000.
Yeah, okay. That's really good to know that, because a lot of people will kind of, while they're fake, it's not really real. It's, that's really good to know that you're actually doing that.
Yeah, I mean, I honestly don't want to keep an inflated number, and I've heard people saying, "Well, they said they only have 10,000, MBot users," and it's like, you guys like to read in between the lines a lot, and you came close on that, but I also didn't, say that I wasn't counting bots under 5,000, so in that number, so it is a lot higher than that, and we have a lot of members on our platform that aren't in MBot currently, or they've been in it before, they're out now, it's a lot higher. Realistically, we have, active over 30,000.
Man,
that come in that log in at least once every couple of days.
Man, that's tremendous, man. 30,000 active registered users on a daily basis. That's tremendous. By the way, Radical Coinage, thanks for your super chat, man. I appreciate it immensely. And yes, I will message you after. Yeah, so that's tremendous, man. I mean, what do you think about that, Dave? I mean, 60,000 active accounts, man.
Just wait until we put a zero behind that.
We're on the race to 100,000. I mean, that's
honestly, I think we're going to hit 100,000. We'll be well over 100,000 by the end of next month.
That's
well over. I got some things that I have some things that I'm still going to be telling you guys over the next week. Hopefully over the next week, that aren't on that roadmap, but they bring a new use case for ARB, and it also exposes it to over 1 million new people as well. And they'll have the potential to use it. And it's literally going to be something that's going to, I think, be a great addition to the use case. And it's something, again, that no other, not many other cryptos have done it. It's going to, I can't wait.
Mate, I'm so happy for you. What we've been through, I think this is, if you don't get challenged and stuff, then when you win, like when you're winning, I bet you it feels that much more sweeter, right?
Well, hey, yeah, you're right, man, because I'll tell you what, I've said this to people many times in life, as advice, if you don't have bad times in your life, how can you appreciate the good ones? You're never going to know that they're as good as they really are. So
it's really true. That's really true. Really, really, it's really actually true.
No, it is, man. And that's like where I'm even at right now. Cause like over the last month, I had Thomas step up and start helping a lot. I've felt so much better because it's like I went through all that work I did before, just doing everything, and it was like overwhelming and not. I can handle pressure, let me tell you, but the difference I feel now is like, holy crap, it's so much better.
So talk to everybody about Thomas, because a lot of people see him, releasing the announcements, got Thomas Brown, and even Matty Crypto calls him Charlie Brown, but talk to us about Thomas.
So Thomas has been around since day one, actually. He's an old timer in our, team. He knows everything about it. He actually, it says he's a co-dev, but that was, when he started off, he was, kind of a co-dev, but he was more of like a manager for that team. He would oversee, he would just keeping things on track, and he's been involved in like literally 85-90% of all the building of arbitraging. And he's younger. He's in his mid 20s, and he's super bright. He's a hard worker. He's a bit of a perfectionist, which is good and bad at the same time, because I am too. So when we disagree, it's like, hey. But man, he makes some of the best choices out of anyone I've worked with in a long time. And when I would make some of the choices or decisions that I made, earlier in the platform, and maybe, where there were things that just, didn't work out, he was telling me beforehand, like, dude, don't do it. You're going to regret that. It's not going to work. And then it ended up not working. And, he saw that, but I was stubborn, at that time. And I'm like, I got to try it. But realistically, he's a great decision maker. And when I realized I was doing too much, man, I literally was like, all right, I need help. We need to step it up, and we need to, tag team this thing together. Because I'm great at innovation, and he's freaking, great at the boring stuff. And that boring stuff was overwhelming. Not that it's boring, but it's like, just making phone calls with, trying to do deals. Them are cool too, but there's a lot of decisions and a lot of things that he can do that can save me from, time, and I can spend more time on innovation. And I mean, bam, so basically it's like this. I haven't stepped down. I've been here, and I'm still here, and I'm still going to be here. I'm still going to bring this thing forward like you won't believe, and you can see what I've been doing. So like, all them decisions and the stuff that, like, I was doing as CEO, he's taken them in that role, so technically, partially he can make decisions as like the CEO, right? But I needed that, and I'm focusing on innovation, and at the same time I'm helping him when he needs it too. So like, basically you could say I'm like kind of the innovation officer, and he's like, the operating officer, but together we're, complete.
No, it's brilliant. And you need people, like I told you in private, like, you need a good team of people around you that really do have your back, David. And that is really important. Like, you need to be able to have people that that you can rely on and trust, and that that can get the job done, and that are going to work hard. You need that. You need you need those kind of people around you with the right heart, the right intentions, good people.
Well, yeah, that's true. And honestly, what we needed was a decision barrier between my innovation and the platform.
Yeah, no, it's awesome, man. I noticed today you back on CoinMarketCap.
Yeah, I mean, it's actually starting to get put back on there. It's gonna be a process, of course, because we're still working out the information. I mean, they already are getting it, but the information to sort out the circulating supply so that they're showing the right stats. And LA token was actually down for trading for us for a while yesterday when they went to go pull the data. So we're gonna get that reestablished, and then they're gonna get that on there. And by the time those two things are done, we'll be actually able to be chartable.
That's just awesome. I mean, it's just a great step in the right direction. I mean, many people in the community have said, we need to be back on CoinMarketCap, and it's happening. It's happening.
I mean, that was one thing that Thomas was really adamant on, and that's one thing that he actually, did great with. Being able to, go out and do the things that were needed to do to get that going again. And that gave me, like I said, the boring stuff to me. Not that it's boring, but he's, hey, go do the paperwork, and I can, come over here and design, bots and things that are, out of this world.
Yeah, well, you need to, you need to stick to your strengths, your gifts, your talents, and stick to what you're really strong at and what you can bring to the table, man. I mean, that's what we really need you to do, to run with the baton, so to speak, and build those things that are going to be history making and history changing.
Yeah, man. And there's a couple more things that I've actually been able to get more time to work on, because me, I'm still gonna put in long shifts, just because that's just how I'm wired.
You're a naughty boy.
I have been actually getting more rest and spending time with the family as well. But man, the amount of time that I've been saving with having Thomas help me, I've been able to get so many more of these projects done. Like, we're waiting for a couple more things to get launched, and then we'll implement the new UI too. We've been working on that, and it's looking great. It's a simple UI, and at the same time, it's still professional, and it's going to come out amazing looking.
Mate, I'm so proud of you today, of what you're doing, David. How you stuck your heels, you've dug your heels in, and it shows. It just shows how strong you are. When you could have just thrown your hands up in the air and just walked away and said, enough. I've had enough. But no, you dug your heels in, and
that's not me.
Yeah, man,
that's not me. I could never do that. I love the challenge of getting back out of that, getting back up and brushing my dirt off and saying, no, we're gonna beat this challenge. Literally, that's like it's euphoric for me. So yeah, the whole time I was kind of enjoying it, but not trying to.
Oh God. But no, that's just totally awesome, man. And man, I'm so stoked for what's already been released. I'm excited about this year, that we're looking, that you've released that, and like we've got something to look forward to, which is great. It's great. Hey,
yeah, yeah, I'm here. Sorry about that. I had to answer a developer question.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Yeah, no.
But yeah, man, I don't know. Did you should we leak something?
Yeah, if you want to, yeah, we like to leak. Well, actually, in the human body, if you don't leak, that could be a big problem.
Yeah, that's true. I was wondering. I sent you a picture.
Okay, well, let's take a look at what you sent me here. Oh, snap. Okay.
Yeah, it's a picture of a tablet.
Holy shit.
So it's a picture of a tablet that has a screen of the new UI.
Oh my God, that looks. Can I show this or not?
Yeah, let's show it.
Oh my God. How do I do this?
Now remember, it's only a picture of one screen, but it'll give you the idea of
All right, so I got to make sure that I can.
This is like the simple. This is what I like to call the light version. It's a light version.
Let me see if I can show this. I think I should be able to Give me 1 second.
Okay.
Yeah, I can show it. So, let me 1 second here. Okay, so everyone should be able to see that. That's on a tablet with the new UI. Run me through this.
You should be able to click the picture and it'll, I think, get bigger.
This is the biggest it's going to go.
Okay, that's fine. Yeah, so that's what I call, a light version. But that, is basically the mobile version because it's on a tablet. But that is, the general layout of the ABot. So it's more simplified. It's going to have the ability to click questions by every step, as you can see. It has a simple stop option. It has refill gas right on the front of the screen, and then below it'll have your reinvest options and your withdrawals and everything on menus that when you click them they expand, and it's just a lot more. The layout is a lot better. The delivery is a lot better. It has all of your questions and answers directly on the page as well, so you don't even have to leave to get an answer.
To me, me looking at this, to me, it looks much more cleaner.
Yeah.
Much
And
more.
it's not so sophisticated. I didn't want to deliver like that super high tech one and, try to, flash you with like the bright paint job. I wanted to give you something that was, kind of a lighter version, simple to use. And, this is what we feel works pretty good.
Yeah, no, I like it. It's pretty simplistic to understand. It's got everything there that you need to know and understand. Man, thanks for showing me that. That's awesome. That is totally awesome.
Yeah.
Okay, let's get to the other question, and I want to talk with you or talk through this with you. Arb gas or ABOT gas. When do you think we're going to be seeing that? And I want to talk about something else related to it.
I'm honestly thinking that you're going to be seeing that, going live by the first of the month.
Okay.
We had to end up doing a little bit of changes to the code and the structure from the way that it was going to launch out, and it required us to, delay it a little bit. But I mean, that's totally fine. You guys are getting, free. You're running your bots for free right now. But when we do actually launch it, we're going to give you guys, like let's say a half a tank free to start running on. So that way,
say it again, I think
we're gonna give you guys like a half a tank of free gas to start with.
Okay. All right, that's very, very generous and cool of you, because I know some people, from what I see in the community, they're concerned because we know that price, the ABOT price is pegged at 0.01, and then having to pay gas on top of that.
It's not pegged at 0.01. That's the floor.
Okay, so that's the floor. All right.
Yeah.
So okay, so
I think you broke up on me or you froze. You guys can still hear me? All right. Well, hopefully he'll be back. All right, I'm reading the chat now. So, hopefully Austin will come back. I'm going to send him a message here through the Telegram and make sure he's okay. All right, yeah, let me try to finish explaining gas to you guys. All right, so basically it's not going to be as expensive as, a lot of the imaginative thinkers have been saying. It literally, if let's say for example, if your A bot produces $100 in profit, you'll pay like $3 in gas, and that all depends on the profit of the day. It could be less than $3. It could be a little bit more. It just depend. It's going to depend on how your A bot, how it actually performs for you as well. So it's going to be a lot more fair than I think a lot of people are thinking. It's going to be pretty easy to use as well. Basically, you can load up to a certain amount in your bot into your gas tank, depending on on your membership. Now, if you have a pro membership, you'll have a bigger gas tank. If you have a basic, you'll have a smaller gas tank. But that allows you to be able to, either run your bot for a certain amount of time. If it's, smaller, let's say, for example, if you have a $50,000 bot or a $10,000 bot, it's going to use that gas tank up faster if it's 50,000, but you can, refill it at any time. And it's going to be really simple to refill. You're going to click a button, add gas, and there you go. But it's going to run your bot for, it's not going to be something you have to log in every day and keep adding to have it perform for you. You'll have time to refill it. So, I think it's going to be a lot more simple to use than most people are even thinking about. But I'm wondering where Austin is at. Yeah, DT. The MBot is going to be good on gas. It is going to run like a Prius with eco mode. Even though the other side of it is like a 454 Hemi, all bored out with superchargers and stuff. Nav, yeah, you'll basically fill it from your system wallet, but as you've seen on the new UI, there's actually a refill button. So you would just click the refill button and then enter your gas information, how much gas you want to add to it, and click confirm, and it would add to it. It'll be very, very simple for you guys to use. And it's not going to be like any different than what you've already been used to. Like at the beginning of ABot, we took the 3%, off your profits on the other side. So we're just shifting it over to the front. So I think you guys will be, you'll be happy. It's not going to, gouge and cut into your profits. Like, like I said, the imaginations have, wandered about and came up with the conclusion. And like I said, we're going to probably get it's my goal to get, the gas all worked out and going by the first of the month. Bits away. I've been trying to work into that one gas tank to run everything. If I do that, I'm going to have to restructure a couple of other things that use the gas. But maybe what I might do is have it where, let's say MBot runs on its own gas tank, and then maybe we can make like the, Pro Exchange and another thing work on a different, on the same tank. I want to try to make it easy for you guys. But at the same time, I don't want it like, to be overcomplicated or, not work for the platform too. So. Crypto carbs. I don't know what you're saying. What did the company do that took advantage of you? I'm not sure what you mean on that one. Could you?
Hey, I'm back. I'm really sorry about that.
What's up, buddy? We lost you.
Oh man, my internet completely dropped out.
Oh, that's fine.
I hate it with a passion.
I tried to,
So I'm glad you held the thought.
Oh, yeah, it's all good. Yeah, Kinetic. I think he is talking about the BVI thing. Honestly, they took advantage of my being too damn busy, and overlooking things that I shouldn't have because I was, spread out on so many things. But basically, man, there are some pretty good scammers out there. They were good. They pretended to be, a agency, and they, it pretended to be, speaking from the government, and man, it was honestly, like I said in other streams, my bad. I I made a mistake. I overlooked something that I shouldn't have, and it was because I was so damn busy, and that was my rude awakening. That was the moment I knew that I needed some help.
Yeah, no, that's good, man. That's good that you realize that. So, yeah, no, I'm sorry about my internet dropping out, everybody. That's what happens when you got skippy internet, you know?
No, yeah, no problem. But hey, to sum up on the thing I just mentioned, now that Thomas is, helping out, he's actually taken it upon himself at one thing on his personal roadmap to reestablish, a license for what we need in the future. Um, again, so he's gonna, work with the lawyers that we, hired to get that thing, redone for us properly. It may not be with the same place, but it's going to be done properly, and it's going to be, registered in the proper manners, and you guys, it'll be searchable and all that stuff.
Yeah.
I was trying to get that thing early. I was trying to get it 9 months early. I didn't even need it, but yeah, it was. I learned a lot, man. I'm telling you.
What does that license actually do? Like, why do you need it? Why don't you need it? What does that actually do?
Well, I mean, realistically, what the exact license that we wanted was, the ability to do trading, and
Yep.
that stems down into run an exchange, and on top of that, we, also need another. I was that like I said, I'm getting multiple licenses. That's our plan, but the main one is the trading and exchange license, and then we want the broker's license, so that way we can do everything.
I know for a fact, because I know Crypto Keeper's worked in the financial industry for over 20 years. I know to get a broker's license, like, yeah, you gotta jump through a lot of hoops. So
Well, hey, paparazzi, he says the license is like me telling my kids they're gonna get ice cream, and then I change my mind at the last minute and say, deal with it, you don't need it. Uh, yes and no. It's like, telling your kids you're going to get ice cream, not being able to, get it. You bring the container home and you open it up and you're like, oh man, this ice cream's bad. Don't worry. I got you a lifetime membership to Baskin Robbins. You just got to wait 2 months to get the card in the mail.
yeah. I mean, once it gets done, man, I mean, that's gonna be, man, so many good things coming. That's the main thing. So much good stuff coming.
Oh man, there's too much coming. I mean, not too much, but it's, man, yeah, that's great.
Yes, all this stuff is warm in my heart. Believe me.
I also want to let you guys know, because a lot of people have been asking about it.
Mhm.
Pretty soon, and I mean like not long, we're gonna be bringing back Stop ABOT features and the auction.
Yeah. Can you tell? I'm interested to find out. Actually, before I ask you that, I want to ask you something else before. Okay. I was thinking about today, because it amazes me that you come from the background of creating products and
Yep.
services, like just pesticides, and just, not that it's just that, but it blows my mind that you go from these products and services into crypto and are doing what you're doing in crypto like that.
Well,
Is my mind.
I mean, realistically, I look at them as the same thing, and that's why I think I excel at it, because to me, cryptos are a brand, and the services and use cases they offer are products. So I'm still in the consumer product field, because I honestly think that crypto is a consumer product versus a currency.
That that
Because
that's true.
in order to make money with it, honestly, to have a successful cryptocurrency, you have to have products and you have to have a monetized system. It has to create money.
That's true.
So
that's very, very true. Like when talking about products, like if you buy a tablet, let's just use a tablet or a phone.
Yep.
The reason why the phone and the tablets are so successful is because they have a lot of products and services attached to them. They have a monetized system attached to it. That's why they're so.
Your Android phone has Google Play Store.
Yeah.
And inside Google Play Store, you're downloading games and apps, and you're putting add-ons, and you're buying like plants for your farm bill, and all that kind of stuff. It generates income because it's got a monetization system.
Yeah, true. All right, let's go to the stop ABOTs and the auction. I've been thinking about, like, okay, how's this auction's going to work when, if the auction, if someone's got a bot that's auctioning, I don't know, a bot that's 25 grand and they're auctioning it for like 10 grand, why would I want to go to the exchange and buy tokens and start a brand new ABOT when I can just go and buy an auction ABOT?
All right, so here's how it's going to kind of work. For example, like you said, if someone has a $25,000 ABOT and they want to auction it off, in one chunk, number one, think about, if you were to stop your ABOT back in the day, you stop it, and now it's going to take you, time to sell, right? Because, you can only do so much a day because you don't want to hurt the system. You don't want to, swap the exchange. And it takes you time and time. You have to sit there and you're missing out on other things. What this is allowing you to do is you're gonna request an auction, right? And then just like any other auction, that's gonna basically initiate your account to get appraised. So our development team will then put an appraisal on your specific bot, and it's gonna go through a couple different criterias. It's gonna look at, number one, how much do you have invested into the bot? How much have you made, back? And it's going to be very fair. It's not like we're going to say, oh, you have to, and remember, we're only giving you an appraisal value so that way you can have a starting bid. So the starting bid will always be your appraisal value. So that way it starts off already, giving you back everything that, you have into it. And that's where it'll, starting bid will go. But keep in mind, not everybody can afford to buy, a 10, 15, $20,000 bot in one chunk.
Yeah.
So the main people that are going to be doing that are, people that can do that. The average user is not going to be able to go buy ABOTs off of the auction block.
Yep.
But it's pretty simple. Let me explain it a little further. So, for example, let's say you're going to have two options to auction. You're actually going to be able to sell your whole account, right? So you can put your whole account up for the auction, and that's everything in it. Your ABOT, all of your, your wallets that are in it, your vault, and you'll send that for appraisal. We'll give you we'll tell you what the starting bid will be. If you like the bid, that you can confirm that you want to go into the auction. And then it'll go into the auction for, let's say, 24 to 48 hours. And if it gets bid on, the highest bid will win at the close of the auction. And then at the close of the auction, the Ethereum that was bid on will transfer to the seller, or, transfer to the seller. And then if it was a whole account up for purchase, the buyer would then assume the account on theirs, and they would have access. All the tokens won't just move to their account. What it'll do is it'll actually take that entire account data and it'll bond it to your account on a tab. So you're going to have account access to that account, and the only way to get into it is through your user. You can't like log into the email that was on the account. That'll be disabled. It'll just be attached to your user, and then you'll be able to just log into it and use it, like as if you were, helping your wife or something with her account, but you'll own it.
Okay, so all right, now let's talk about, is there a difference between the stop ABOT now and the auction, or are they the same?
No, there is a difference. Like I said, the auction is where you can sell your whole account or you can sell your whole ABOT, right? Now we're gonna have some options that you guys will see. I'm gonna try to get you guys the information out here within 24 to 48 hours, 24 hours actually, hopefully. As soon as Majaz says that he's ready with this last feature, which will allow you to be able to stop, portions. So you'll have set portions that you can choose, with different, different structure with those, or you can, stop the whole thing and auction, send it to the auction.
Yeah. Okay. Awesome. It's good. Because a lot of people, for me, I don't know. I mean, people can do whatever they want, but for me, I'm never going to stop my ABOT. Never going to stop. Because
no, Brett has a question. He said he wants to know if stop ABOT will take into effect how much you've made. No, it won't. Only the auction will, and the auctions, they're going to do that just to appraise your starting bid. When you stop ABOT. Like let's say, for example, you stop it for 10%. You'll get 10% of the value of your ABOT.
Yeah.
Paid out at the ABOT price, which is how you're used to doing it. It'll be just the same. But we are going to have that same restriction that we had before. If you do click stop on your bot, you can't add to it for 7 days.
Yep, that's fair. Can you transfer those tokens from the stop ABOT out of the platform? Because
yes.
Okay, great. Because I want to talk about, like, if people want to stop their ABOTs, and then they will take a whole bunch of tokens, just go and dump them on the exchange.
No, we're gonna
restriction on that.
No, it's not. When you stop your ABOT, it's going to send those tokens to that ABOT wallet on the exchange.
Okay, yeah.
But inside that wallet, you can use them you can sell them on the exchange, or you can withdraw them.
Okay, great. Because I think it'd be more advantageous, just personally speaking. I think it would be more beneficial if we move them out of the platform and not even sell them on the internal exchange, because of I know there's volume coming in now. There is volume coming in, but I personally think it's more beneficial if they go out of the platform.
I agree. We want to let them go out the platform because we want to create that external market. Yeah. But we don't want to force them to go off the platform. I mean, let's give them the option. They can do either or.
Okay, then that's great. So is there going to be a daily limit on what people can sell from their stop ABOT?
It's going to match in with your membership levels. Okay, cool. So whatever they are, or whatever they are. So you'll be able to sell, up to your limit on your membership. And then if you want to sell more, cool, just do it on the external. Yeah. And I want to let you guys know too, that valuing system of the external and the internal, it's our plan to eliminate that and just have it, a harmony.
Okay, that's great. Because yeah, like if people do have that option to sell on the internal exchange, and it's matched in with whatever account that you got, that's actually really good, because I think with the basic, it's only 500 a day now, right?
Yeah, I think it's 500 a day. Yeah.
500 and 1,000 with the advance, and then 1,750 with the pro account, which is not too bad.
But like I said, those are temporary. it's our goal to get those back up to the original levels.
Am I the new COO of Arbitraging? I'm sorry, I'm not trying to laugh, but no, I'm not.
I didn't see that.
I laugh at that because maybe I'm the water boy. I don't know.
That's funny.
Yeah,
I keep seeing a lot of people asking if the price on the internal will match the ABOT price. I mean, if you don't think that it will, you're out of your mind. I'm gonna tell you that right now. Think about this: when we had a stop ABOT price and it was like $7, and we were like $1.50, people were like, "It's never gonna happen," and I said, "Yeah, it will," and it happened. Now we're looking at a 50%, not even if we're looking at a 40% difference right now. It ain't gonna be too long for those things to match up.
Yeah,
and honestly, that's all on you. It really is. It's on you guys.
I mean, the way I see it is like, okay, if you really need to sell, okay, I understand if you have to sell. I mean, you're obviously not opposed to people selling. I mean, you have to have a buyers and sellers because buyers need sellers. Okay, so you're obviously not opposed to it. Like if people have to sell, they have to sell because they've got to live or whatever. Even though we shouldn't really rely on crypto, but it is what it is.
I mean, that's true. And, selling is not always a bad thing. And I've said that before, in order to grow, people have to sell. You can't get new people. You can't expand your user base and grow your company unless the people coming in can buy the token.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. You need to have buyers and sellers. I mean, it's the reality of the situation. I do think that gas is going to be a good thing. Like I've always supported the idea of having the ABOT gas because you kind of need it integrated into the system because it takes more sell pressure off the internal exchange, and it also gives the token more utility. So I think it's a good thing.
Well, yeah, I mean, it definitely, does help on the exchange because, there's going to be some people out there that are buying gas, and that's going to create, more buying, and the utility. Yes, it does create more utility. It needs, like I'm focused on more use case, as well. So I know that we can't just only have these small, these things like gas to, get where we need to be. So I've been focusing on a lot more use case, for our platform and for, the ARB token as well. And that's where you see like, the Trade Pro and, MBOT 2, they're great.
Yeah, I mean, once those go into effect, so is gas going to be for Trade Pro?
Yes, and it's gonna be pretty affordable. Like I said in the video, if you're on there and you're doing a standard trade, it's gonna be 1 penny.
That's awesome.
And if you're if you're doing one of the advanced trades, where you're using our bots, it's not set yet, don't quote me. But for example, it'd be 5 cents.
Yep. Awesome. So that creates more utility for the token too. This is good. I like this.
Well, that creates utility and use, more use case because that's what's gonna keep driving, that value.
Yeah, totally right. What else was gonna say? Distracted by the chat. I was gonna say something else. Yeah, let's talk about MBOT 2.0. 2.0.
Okay.
So MBOT 2.0, I think you said in the first video released May. We're still on track for May.
Yeah, I don't know exactly which week of May yet. Because we got a lot of testing and we still got some building to do on that. But the base is built and foundation is laid. Now we just got to build the walls or finish building the walls and put the roof on it. But I think we are on track to get a May launch with that thing.
Yeah, no, that's awesome. I think that the new M-Bot's gonna be just awesome.
Oh man, it will. It can do a 6-step trade with the click of a button. Up to 6 steps.
So what this does, what M-Bot 1, well, I don't want to really compare the two because I think they're going to be way different, worlds apart. Actually,
It's like the world. You're right. The world's apart.
worlds
I would call MBot 1, AOL, and MBot 2 is going to be broadband.
Basically.
Now MBot, 3 will be like, fiber optic. So,
yeah.
We still have some stuff that I want to do to MBot after 2. I'm already in designing what I want, version 3 to be like later on.
Yeah. I mean, it always has to get better. I mean, look at phones. Phones always got better. Well, did they?
Well, yeah, man. I've actually heard that. Some people have been, pretty complaining about, why do you have to keep updating things, blah blah blah. And I was like, what brand Apple iPhone do you have? Do you have the i9 or do you have the Apple iPhone? Yeah. You're right, man. You have to upgrade, and every year you put out an upgraded version. That's how it works.
Well, I remember one of these bloody phones that came out. I think it was a Galaxy 7 Note. The fucking thing caught on fire.
Yeah, and it was burning people's faces, and they were banned on planes, and
yeah, like it really the thing just gave catch on fire. Whoops. So it's gonna get better and better. Man, all this innovation is awesome, David, and man, we can all see that you're really working really hard, and that's all we can ask of you. Just give us this stuff, in the community where people can really have something to really celebrate. It's awesome.
It's good to have things to celebrate, and that's the thing about celebration, though. Celebrations only last for so long, so you always have to be preparing the next fiesta, and if you don't keep coming up with or keep innovating and keep making your things better, eventually the party dies. People don't want to come to the next party.
It's very true.
That's like one of those things. It's a lot easier to get to number one than it is to stay number one. You have to keep working and keep innovating and only focus on what's in front of you in order to stay number one. And that's what we're doing.
Yeah, man. It's totally awesome. I mean, there's a, I always refer to the wrestling industry. They have a saying in the wrestling business, you got to listen to the crowd, and obviously you are listening to the audience, the crowd, because that's going to tell you what direction you really need to go in. Not that you just do it.
Well, you have to listen. You have to listen, right? But at the same time, you can't let all your decisions be dependent on what they think is good for them, because a lot of the times, it's a human emotion. People, I don't want to call you selfish, but people, it is a human emotion to, put yourself first, because, that's how life created you. And that's how, we're coded as humans. But, we have to listen because, number one, we're making this for them. But, a lot of the times people think they know what they want, but they don't see what they need. It's our job to try to deliver them what they need. At the end of the day, because that's what brings it forward. It makes the platform be here as long as it can be. The only way that I'm going to successfully try to make everyone happy in this, it's not listening and making a million changes based upon what they think, what they say, they want. It's being here for a decade and still innovating and still getting better. Because if we can be here for a long time, everyone's going to be happy.
Yeah, I think that's very important too. If we, are here for like 5, 10, 15, 20 years, I mean, that's the main thing, really. At the end of the day, that's the main thing. I listened to an interview with Gene Simmons from Kiss last night, and he was saying, he was asked the question, well, why? What is the thing that's made you be like either at the top or towards the top for 40 years? And he says it's simple. It's simple. Like, we just work hard. Like, it's 1% innovation, 99% blood, sweat, and tears. We work our asses off. That's what he said, you know. So
you have to.
You have to.
And the farther you get, the harder you have to work, man. Like, there's no denying that. Since I was young, man, I started my first business at 19, and I've programmed myself to not only try to do what two people do, I want to do it 2 times longer, So like my general day, I get done what 4 people get done, and that's how I do so much in so little time. I mean, some companies I've built, when people look at them, they're like, how in the hell did you do that in 6 months? It's impossible. And I'm like, no, it's only impossible if you tell yourself it is, That's the difference, man. Hard work and not giving up and knowing what you're capable of. You have to tell yourself you can do it first, and then see yourself doing it and keep picturing yourself, being at the goal, because you're never going to get to the goal if you don't already see yourself there,
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I mean, when my wife says to me, why do you wake up like so early when you don't need to? And I go, well, simple, because I get up at like 6 in the morning or 7 in the morning, and I go to bed at like 12 midnight. It's because I can get more done in that time.
Yep.
Instead of sitting around being, selling my ass being lazy. Now I can work throughout the day. I can do what I need to do and more, and then some.
Yeah, man, it's
more in the day.
Yeah, you got it. That's the thing. If you want to get further in life, figure out how you can better use your time. Figure out how you can get more done in the time you have. The more that you can get done, and the more efficient you can be at what you're doing, you're going to get farther and farther than people around you.
Totally right. So one other question, and then I know I'll let you go. But one other question is, okay, with the ABOT gas, can people use their tokens that they get from the ABOT profits to just put them directly into the gas tank?
That's one thing that I don't have finalized yet. We're still running a little bit of data on that. You're either going to be able to do that, or maybe we want you to use fresh ones. We're still running, the data on that to be exact. That's one of the things that is we wanted to extend it so that way we can make sure we're making the right decision on that.
Okay.
I want to answer a couple questions that I've been seeing repeated, and they're pretty important. Like for example, I've been getting a lot of private messages from some of the 301. That was the 301 bots that took the non-voluntary 50% profit deduction for the next 90 days. And I didn't write that announcement. I would have probably worded it a little differently. I don't want people to think that if they made that list that they were a gamer. That necessarily they were a gamer, or like a manipulator. Because some people that made the list, they weren't a full-blown manipulator, but they did have a bot that inflated over time, and it's not because they're at fault or they did something super wrong. We all know, like, the block exchange, And it's a great tool, but it just wasn't the right timing for that. But I'm going to incorporate that into some other things later. But like, let's say, for example, even a couple of the, people close to me, that, some people think like are, insiders, like YouTubers, but they're not, even they got on that list. It's not so much that I want to call you like, you're a gamer, you manipulated us. We're asking, it's more of us like, hey, help us, and not that we need the help, or we're going to like crash and burn, but, hey, we're just trying to get you to help us. Like we've been, helping get you guys get to where it is. If you, let me think of this, let's say a non super gaming situation. If you had $10,000 and, you maybe stopped a bot once and then you got back in on a token pump, or a token rise, from some of these old pumps were manipulated by, some people. So a lot of people rode those, and, those weren't situations that were caused by like a block exchange or something, but they, let's say for example, they had 10,000, they stopped it. Now they made that, 10,000, 40,000, they stopped that. And now they made it 100. But they've reinvested over time too. It's not like a full blown manipulation, but, it is an inflation in some part, in some way. All we're doing is really saying, hey, for the next 90 days, help us by just taking a little bit less, daily. We're not saying, hey, we're snatching your active balance. We're not trying to, make it seem like we're taking from you. You're just getting a little bit less for a certain amount of time. And then after that amount of time, you go back to normal.
My question is, how long is that period, David?
90 days.
For those 301 bots.
Yeah, and I'm going to tell you what. If you're on that 301, I've heard people say this, but I've never stopped a bot. I've never clicked that button. I've personally looked at like 22 people that messaged me and said that, and you did click the button. I guarantee you that at one point you clicked the stop button, whether it wasn't a full stop or a partial stop, half stop, whatever it was. You clicked that button more than once over the time of your account, and your bot was a higher level. Okay, 100%. There's no other ifs, ands, or buts.
Okay, so the way it's going to work is, if they got a 50% cut, it's for 90 days. And then,
yeah, I mean, like
balance,
KT, like I want to say, like,
the actual balance is not, their balance is still the same. It's just that their payout is okay.
Yeah, there's no balance. The balance does not change. Like I see KT saying, like, how is that fair for someone that never stopped a bot? I mean, I'm not coming out and saying, oh, you just take it, it's totally fair. I'm saying, like, dude, we have to do this together. You know what I mean? Look at how much I'm doing, and how much our team is doing and putting forward. It's not really that much for us to ask, hey, just take a little bit less every day for a couple days, for a little period of time. And I'm gonna tell you what, every bot on that list has a big enough bot where you're still gonna do pretty darn good.
Yeah, that's okay. So how about, okay, Mad Dog's asking, how's the gas going to work for the 301 A bots?
Right now I don't have any plan on making the gas work differently. Because honestly, to make the most effective help for the platform and for the future of your guys' investment, we shouldn't have a difference in that. Gas is going to be pretty damn cheap as it is. So, I honestly don't think we should, should change that.
Can you give us an indication on have you finalized what the price of the gas is going to be? Because I know a lot of people wanting to know that.
Yeah, earlier I said it. For example, it'll be based upon the bot's production for the day. If it had a better day, you pay a little more because it's based on profit. But for example, it'll be like it is now for you guys. And before, it said right off the bat, we take 3% off the back and then you get what's left. It'll just be put onto the front. So, for example, if you made $100, you'll pay $3. So Mad Dog, your answer, that kind of answers your question. Since you're getting if you're getting 50% less profits, your bot's only producing that. So you'll pay gas on what it produced, so you won't, it's not like you're going to pay more gas just because you're on that list.
By the way, thanks Jamie for the super chat. I appreciate it immensely, man.
Just Jake, he's got a good question about a ABOT cap. Technically with a gas tank, we don't have to cap the ABOTs, because if we have a limit on how much gas you can put in the bot, you can't, your gas tank won't allow you to run over the value of that bot.
Okay.
Let's just say, for example, if you had a $50 gas tank, right?
Yeah.
And I said it was, $3 for every 100 in profit. You literally, if you had a $1.5 million bot, you could only run it one day and you'd have to refill it, so it wouldn't run any active balance above what your gas tank can allow for.
Man, I love this. Man. Like, you've really, I love this, man. Like, just, I mean, $3 to every fucking 100 you're making. I mean, geez, man, it's
it's not going to be much. Like I've said, some people with those imaginations that let them run wild, they're like, oh, they're going to charge us 30% gas. Like, no.
That's fucking awesome, man. Man, it's just so good, David. Like, $3 to every 100. Oh my God, man, it's a bargain.
Yeah, exactly. We want to make it where it's literally, you're not going to notice the only. I mean, you will notice because you'll have to refill the tank every once in a while, but it's going to be pretty damn fair, man.
That's so good, man. Thank you for doing, thank you for making it like that for us, because, I immensely appreciate that as somebody that doesn't have. I mean, I don't have a smallish ABOT, but I don't have the biggest one either, so yeah. I immensely appreciate that.
Oh yeah, man. Dude. And if you have like an advanced or a pro membership, you'll have a little bit bigger of a tank, so like, for example, with your bot, I mean, you could probably run it for 2 weeks on a full tank.
I mean, that's fucking insane. It's like literally having gas in my car.
Yeah, exactly. No, that's exactly how it is. In order to get to work, you have to have gas in your car. If your ABOT has gas in it, it's going to go to work for you.
Yeah, no, it's awesome. Thank you, PJ and Paparazzi, for the super chats. I appreciate them immensely. No, that's just awesome. And it's set by getting those answers from you about the gas. It's really sets the community really at ease, and they're getting those answers. So that is just awesome, man. I mean, hey, man, I chuck my money at you. $3 for every 100. Yeah, I take my money. take it. No, that's awesome, man. So
I think so.
Yeah, so good, man. What else? Anything else? I'll take a couple of questions from people, and then we'll.
Yeah, I mean, we can do a couple of questions.
All right, guys. Don't go crazy, but give me a couple of questions. Dave will be happy to answer them. So let's get some. People are saying about ETH payouts. I mean, that's been answered before.
Hey, anyway. I'll answer it better.
Okay.
I'm gonna tell you what. We have plans in the future to do something even better. So, ETH payouts are going to be a thing of the past. I'm going to tell you what, if you're thinking, if that's like a make or breaker for you, I mean, chill out until we do what we're going to do. ETH payouts have, you know, yeah, they're like a gimmick to me. I mean, they're cool. Yeah. Hey, but at the end of the day, that's thinking small. If the only thing you're thinking about is Ethereum payouts, then honestly, you're probably only looking at like your hand right in front of your face. Because just like any other project out there, Ethereum is a stepping stone. Look at the future of our company is not with, maybe it's not with Ethereum. I'm not putting any specifics out right now, but for example, if it wasn't with Ethereum, I mean, that means that we have something bigger and better planned. And if that's the only thing that makes this thing valuable, then we've already lost, man.
Yeah. No, I just think, I mean, ETH payout is not, I don't think it's the be all end all. I don't think
Hey,
it's the answer anyway to the future.
no, I mean, Ethereum is like it's like the car we're driving, right? It's just like, it's what gets the arb running, to start with. It's like the Model T. It's our first vehicle that we've developed, and you know, our token right now runs on the Ethereum blockchain. That's the only thing it's there for. The A bot isn't, or our bots aren't, like tied to Ethereum or anything. It's just what moves our token. It's you know what I mean?
Yeah, I do. I do. I do, man.
I've seen someone ask, and a lot of people have asked about, my dad. It is true. He did pass away. He had cancer. And it also is true that, for a lot of my time in my life, we weren't really close. I didn't really get to know him too that much more until, recently. So like in my video where I talked about myself, I told, in there, I was, I'm still mad at, was still mad at them at certain points for, the past. So I'd tell him, in the video, I'm like, yeah, whatever, he's a tool, but, realistically, he's still my dad. I have the right to be, angry about, the past, but at the same time, now I realize, like, what I've lost, and it's still hard no matter what. Yeah, man, but I'm doing good. I'm doing okay. I'm gonna probably be having to take some time off next week here, to go, up and do the services and everything. And
Yeah.
I'm doing fine. I'm more worried about like his wife and my siblings that are with him still, because they
Yeah.
weren't. He had cancer, but he was still supposed to be here for a couple more years. So it was kind of unexpected. It was a lot
Yeah.
earlier than and it was a surprise. So they weren't ready for it. So
Yeah.
that's what I'm more worried about, is just what is my siblings and mother-in-law going to do, or stepmom, whatever you want to call her. What are they going to do? But
Yeah, on behalf of the arbitraging community and the wider crypto community, man, really sorry for your loss, and it would have been definitely tough and not easy, and so we send our condolences to you.
thank you, man.
So Sunny Decree's in the chat. It is the legitimate Sunny Decree.
Okay.
So.
What's up, Sonny?
He's saying that is it really the CEO of Arbitraging? Yes, it is, Sonny. It's
Yes.
really
Yes,
yeah.
it is. And I wouldn't mind even, having a chat with you one time if you want to learn more about what we actually are doing here. I could say, I met with a guy yesterday, and he's a really smart guy who's done a lot in life, and he's actually an investor too. But he said this. He said, it's been a long time since I've seen something like this come out where it's had haters. And he's like, that shows me so much about how big this is getting. And I've always said it too. If you're not successful, if you don't have haters, you're not successful. You're not doing shit. So Sonny, if you want to learn really what this is really about, I'm willing to take some time out of my day and personally show you that. So that way you don't have to listen to these people that make memes about people coming out and trying to actually bring the industry forward.
Yeah,
you got
very well said. Very well said. So Sonny, if you want to get connected with David, you can reach out to me directly. I'll we can make that happen, or you can reach directly out to David. We'll make that happen for sure.
Because I honestly think, Sonny, if you actually got to see what our Trade Pro is capable of, and what MBot 2 is capable of, I think you're going to be damn shocked.
Yep, totally agree. Yep. Well, we might leave it there, David, so you can get back to doing what you're doing and what you do best, and that's innovating for us.
Okay.
And I appreciate your time immensely in doing this. It's been a phenomenal stream, and it's really brought a lot of encouragement to everybody. So thank you so much.
I appreciate you having me, and I appreciate being able to, offer the encouragement and offer the advancements and getting the time to, properly do so. And it's been great. So, I want to thank all you guys. I want to thank, our team. I want to thank Thomas.
Yes.
And, man.
Yeah. So it's going to be a great 2019. And, we look forward to everything that's coming, David, into the future.
Yeah, I do. I'm looking forward to 2019, and I'm already planning out 2020. And this is a classified, but on that roadmap you saw 2020, we're gonna implement something Apex protocol.
Yeah, that's gonna be so sick, man. All right, thanks, Dave. Heaps appreciate it immensely,
man. I do too. Thank you for everyone tuning in. 200 of you hanging out for as long as you did. I'm gonna try to be out here as much as I can with still protecting myself and still taking the time I need to get the work done. So don't think that I'm going to be doing a video every day or in the Telegram every day. I do have a lot of work to do, and now that I'm spending time in innovating, I got to keep my brain on that innovation and not let it get distracted by just fluff. So
yeah.
not that that's all fluff, but you know what I mean.
I know exactly what you're saying, and yeah, man, all that negative stuff, man, that's just trash, man. Wow, look at the super chat from Chatbox, man. So generous.
And Mad Dog too.
Very much. And Mad Dog too.
Okay, that's cool.
Mad Dog takes a cut and then he gives a super chat.
No, that's cool. Hey, one last thing. There was a couple little hints in the roadmap. Honestly, I can't answer questions about them. They're just hints. You'll find out later.
Yeah, for sure.
But it's big. It's big. Really, really big.
That's awesome. All right. No worries, David. Thank you very much. And I'll speak to you very soon.
All right, man. Sounds good. Thank you much for having me.
No problem at all.
All right.
Bye.
Bye.
There you go, guys. That was, arranged just, on the fly as usual with David. David hit me up this morning and said, he said, oh, you're around. And I said, yeah. And we were just talking and stuff. And then I said, why don't we just do a live stream together? Because he said he's going to release the video on the pro trading. And I said, why don't we just do a live stream together? We'll just do one and it will boost the morale of the community. Thank you, Kinetic, for that. It'll just boost the morale of the community, it'll encourage them and it will help a lot. And so he agreed. He said that's a good idea. So we just did it, and you guys got a whole bunch of stuff to feast on today. you guys really got to feast on what's coming in 2019, and it encourages me and it drives me to want to continue going on and supporting Arb and all this stuff, because this is exciting what he's doing, and he's innovating for us. And the gas, man, is going to be cheap. That has been put to bed today, that the gas price isn't going to be nowhere near as bad as what everybody was thinking it was going to be. It's going to be cheap. And, mate, here, David, take my money. Take my money, David. So it's just like that, It's wonderful, man. It's a wonderful day. And as Whale Miner says, it's, have a wonderful Arb day. And today has been a wonderful Arb day. So, to answer that question, Chad, I don't believe it's on top of the fees. Currently, the fees are just being moved forward in the form of gas. So I believe the old fees will be eliminated that you get in the ABOT. So that's what's going on, man. And it's awesome, man. If it costs me $3 a day to run my ABOT, mate, here, take my money. Take my money, David. Take it. It's just wonderful, man. And the gas fee is very, very fair. And we know that's how David rolls, man. He's very very fair, So thank you so much to everybody that came here today and tuned in. Thank you so much to everybody that supports my channel with super chats. It supports me. It makes me feel appreciated, I don't expect you guys to give me anything, I have the super chat there so that if you want to give and show some love and appreciation, that's all it is. If you don't want to do it, I don't twist your hand. I'm not twisting your wrist to do that. But if you do it, it shows me love and that I'm appreciated for my time and energy that I give. So yeah, man, today's been a great live stream, and I'm going to do more of these live stream. I'm going to have Nerdy Dude stuff on my live stream, Data Bunker, Matty Crypto, and some other people going to come on. Beaky will come on, and some other different YouTubers I'm going to bring on to the how do I cancel the super chat again? You bastard. You bastard. No, you're not a bastard. You gave me the super chat. Thank you very much for that. So, yeah, next week I'll have some other new YouTubers and stuff on as well. I want to really start taking my channel in that direction and really, really start to, highlight that on my channel. So, yeah, I appreciate it. Love you guys. It's FOMO Friday here. No homo, but FOMO Friday here. Thanks for tuning in. I hope you really enjoyed this stream. Get the word out that I did this live stream with David. Share it, spread it around, around everywhere so that people can listen to this information and they can get a lot out of it. This was great. We got a lot of great information from this today. And that's what we really, really needed. And now everybody's going to be pumped, man, for FOMO Friday. It's going to be pumped, man. All right, love you guys. See you soon. Thanks for being here. Catch ya. See you on Monday. No live streams on the weekends, remember? No live streams on the weekends. Catch ya.